The bodies of Agent Blaustein and Madison were located in the morgue of a Tbilisi? That doesn't sound right. Police precinct. Before being sent to Georgia, the agents had been outfitted with subdermal tracking implants. These implants were removed from their corpses and taken to the Georgian Ministry of Defense by a man named Yugoslav Grinko? They just call him Grinko. We're just going to call him Grinko.
Mark a steady rise in Georgia's economy. Once central to the former Soviet Union's development and manufacture of weapons, Georgia has recently resurfaced as a potential player in the world military industry, with active contracts in Russia, Turkey, Germany, and even has stated the need, especially in these times, for a reliable source of oil in the Middle East. Commerce Secretary Moore, on a visit to Azerbaijan this morning, noted the tiny nation's enormous potential for oil, calling on American investors to provide the necessary funds for tapping the reserves.
In many ways, a leader from a bygone era. His beliefs are very firmly founded in Georgian orthodoxy. His political standings more in line with the early 20th century.
Would you fault him then as a politician?
No, not at all. Kumbay Nikolaitz is all politician. He's done wonders for the Georgian economy. A brilliant tactician. It's more a question of ethics.
And ethically speaking?
Well...
Yeah, he's definitely not a good guy. CIA agents Blaustein and Madison were killed for getting too close to information Georgian President Kobain Nikolads needed to protect. Grinko, a Russian mercenary, is closely tied to Nikolads' secret. They have arranged to meet at the Ministry of Defense.
Echelon got a positive ID on your target from the morgue security cameras. A guy named Vyacheslav Grinko.
How do I find him?
By his license plate.
And if he's not with his car?
Then his driver will be. Grab him and make him talk. Don't be afraid to use force.
Who? Me?
Grimm's daughter just pulled up the schematics on the ministry. They've got a laser security grid online in the courtyard.
So I stay out of the courtyard.
Don't let them trigger any alarms at all. We still don't have any official approval from the Joint Chiefs for this operation, so one slip-up and it's mission over.
So let's just do a quick save. You're looking at 1? Yeah. Okay. Open the door. Very quickly shoot the cam.
I'm in trouble!
Nope. Let's try that again. Open the door.
I'm being attacked!
Alright, let's take care of him first, and then we'll get the camera. Alright. Ah, yes, I too stare at book and don't touch. So, we're gonna try to time this right to grab him. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright. I don't think anyone's gonna find him back this way. Sleep tight, buddy. No satchel. Okay. We'll grab this. This part can be a little bit tricky. If I grab him too early or too late, the other guy will catch us, so we're just gonna wait. That's definitely what I wanted to do. Yep. You can tell they're bad guys because everything's gray. Not any color except for a vaguely bloody looking maroon. Hey, man. You watch, he's gonna turn around right as we get up to... Or not! Cool, that works too. Let's hide these guys. Back where we hid the other guy. Pretty sure nobody comes that way, so they won't raise the alarm later on. For those of you who don't know, in most of the Splinter Cell games, at least the first 3 for sure, there is a mechanic where every so often, at certain points, the game checks where you have put bodies, and I think it's purely based on the amount of light that's on the body, with the exception of a few places that I think get tagged as immediate captures. If you leave a corpse in a lot of light or one of those no-go zones, you immediately have an alarm that will raise. So, especially on missions like this one, where a raised alarm is really bad, and I think 2, you instantly fail. It might be 3. You really don't want, you don't want those going off. Door. Body. Cobain Nicolauds. Look at that. They're all friends. And those guys are gonna wake up and be a little confused. I don't think it's this way. Oh. That's a camera. That was a camera. Oh, yeah. There's a little gauntlet you can do to get up there. You get like a healing item and I think an auto pick. I don't care. I'm gonna go this way. Give a quick save. Oh my word, come on. Like, who thought this was a good idea? There's no challenge to that. It's just pure annoying tedium.
To get through a retinal scanner. I passed Colonel Kvyashvili on my patrol. Want me to send him down? God, no. I hate this guy. We'll find somebody else with a land.
Maybe it wasn't this way we're supposed to go yet. No, I seem to remember that window being open. So I guess we have to go back. I don't remember exactly how we trigger that. But it leads into a kitchen, I think. Yeah, it leads into a kitchen. Alright, well, let's go back this way until something happens and then come back this way. It's a good thing there's nobody watching these cameras, noticing them going offline one by one, in a manner where you could easily track the motion of someone breaking them. Oh, come on. I know that they try to discourage you from just shooting everything by making it tricky to do, but sometimes it's so ridiculous. That was like 3 feet from him.
Oh my god. Who are you?
Don't worry.
What the hell?
I'm going to ask you some questions. When I think you're lying, I'll do this.
I...
Who do you work for?
Vyacheslav Grinko.
Tell me about him.
He used to be Spetsnaz. Now he's mercenary. He works for President Nikolaz.
Where do I find Grinko?
He's meeting Mass in the elevator by the courtyard.
Who's Mass?
Philippe Mass, some computer guy. He has access to Nikolaz's office.
What's this meeting about?
I don't know. I swear, it's gotta be something bad if Nikolaz is willing to see Grinko face to face.
I need you to understand that we never talked.
I understand.
Good.
Alright, now.
Convince me we never talked.
If anybody finds out, Grinko will murder me.
And you're frightened of Grinko.
God, yes! I swear, I've already forgotten you.
Alright, well, time to tuck this guy in.
I want to hear what Gringo and Mass talk about in that elevator.
I'll need to deactivate the courtyard laser grid to get in position.
Then do it.
Lambert is such a gossip. He hears there's 2 people talking in an elevator, and he's like, ooh, what are they saying? It's a good thing Lambert never turns into an enemy. Nope, always a good guy. Definitely foreshadowing. Hey, remember that window I said was going to get opened and lead into a kitchen? There's a window open that leads into a kitchen. This actually plays surprisingly well. The controls do feel a little bit antiquated, but again, it feels very fun. They did a very good job. Hey, Moss. He's a Canadian, not to be confused with Moss from the IT crowd, who's a delight and has a ruddy gun. Alright, I'm gonna drop. And save. Okay.
I thought the kitchen was closed.
It's a special order for Colonel Kabaishvili.
Ah, excellent. May I?
Please.
What was that little...
Thanks.
Thank you.
You mean these guys don't like the violent, crazy man who leads them? Alright, if I remember... Yep, there's a light switch. One of these guys is gonna be like, hey, the lights are out. Okay, nope, never mind. I'm just gonna grab him and drag him into the darkness like a hungry Wendigo. Now, I know what you're thinking. Did I just knock that guy out in this frozen environment that almost certainly will cause him to die? Yeah, it did. It's fine. Listen, these guys are working for a Russian not Russian, I guess, Georgian dictator. They have it coming. Turn the light out in here. Oh, yes, this part kinda takes a second.
Who did that?
Don't worry, just go for the light switch. Hello. Open this, grab him. I do wish Sam moved faster when he's moving bodies. I believe he does in the later games, but this just is painfully slow. Again, it does remind me a lot of Hitman and the sort of gameplay loop of like sneak up on a guy, knock him out, clear a path, figure out how to get to your target. You know, I'm starting to think if you have great big pictures of yourself, you're probably not a good guy. Could be wrong, but yeah, I'm really starting to think maybe narcissistic megalomaniacs aren't good people. Maybe. Yoink. I'm not going to risk leaving them down here, because there's going to be some guys who spawn. And with my luck, they'll spawn in a strange area and immediately see these guys unconscious. So we're just going to take them back here. Just go for a nice walk with our new friend before we put them to sleep and maybe let them freeze. Or something less sinister sounding, but equally sinister. Well, good night, sweet prince. Fun fact, Sam calls the butt of his gun NyQuil. Don't ask. Although I doubt you have to. Man, that is some loud plastic sheeting. the way the little packs jiggle as he runs is pretty funny. Okay, I think there's one guy down here. Yep. And that guy. And I think that's it. I'm gonna save so we don't have to do all of that again in case what I do next doesn't work. Which is say hello to this guy via gravity. It did work. Somebody give that guy a gold star for watching that door. This is kind of the problem with some games like Splinter Cell. You end up doing a lot of setup and prep time for a kind of crazier part. Although I don't think this level has anything particularly crazy. I think after this we go into the courtyard, we listen in on a conversation, then I think we pretty much make our escape. We might have to go into an office actually and steal something. I don't remember that as clearly. So we'll see. Oh, you can still see their breath. Oh, those? No, they're breathing. Okay, I didn't kill them. I didn't kill them. If anything, the cold did. Alright, let's go this way. No sudden movements. Let's go for a walk. Now, I believe we're gonna hit that console. It's gonna spawn in a high-ranking military guy, and we're gonna use him to open a retinal scan down there. This level very much feels like a proof of concept. You do the tutorial level, and then the one after that. But the one after that feels... I don't know how to describe it. I wouldn't say simple, but it doesn't use a lot of the mechanics that come up in this one. And this one very much feels like, hey, there's security cameras, lasers, grids. Lasers, grids? That doesn't make sense. And it does a good job setting the tone for the rest of the game. Because there really isn't another level quite like the first one. I think there might be one. But this level, this is Splinter Cell, right? This is what the whole franchise is like. Except arguably not as good as the later stuff. So, alright. This cuddle pile is getting a little full. I think we give them their privacy. And we go have a conversation with our high-ranking friend. Alright, I'm just gonna save now that we're ready to do this.
You've got an incoming colonel, Fisher. Make the most of him. You'll need him conscious
Hey,
and
I'm
cooperative
in
if
here.
you want to unlock the retinal scanner sealing the door to the courtyard.
That's detailed intelligence.
Knowing everything is my job.
You can hear him coming. Yep, there he is. Just gonna wait down here. Okay. So far, this is feeling like treasure. I do have a soft spot for Splinter Cell. I remember the first time I got to play it. We bought it at a flea market, which if you are too young to remember what a flea market is, it isn't a place you go to buy fleas. It's a place you go to buy stuff that might have fleas. It was like a farmer's market for secondhand stuff. And I remember begging my dad to get me it and then coming home and playing it on the original Xbox back in the day. It's good times. Good memories. Of course, being a kid, I didn't understand the story at all. International diplomacy was a little over my head at like 12, so. But it was fun. Alright, I'm not taking this guy all the way back upstairs. Should I? Probably. Am I? No. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought he had a satchel, because I think... Nope, just a medkit. I thought he had a code on him we need for later. Okay. Now to listen in. When I was a kid, I really liked these sections because
The glass elevator's in motion.
it felt
Great
very
with the laser,
high
Mike
tech,
Fisher.
and I loved
It's
it.
mission critical that we hear what Grinko and Mass say before they reach the top.
Savages. What did you rip it out with? Pliers?
We had some difficulty with Blostein's chip. You can see fibers of muscle tissue still attached.
Nasty. Nasty.
You're in the wrong line of work to avoid getting gore on your hands.
Whatever Nikolaev's does in Azerbaijan is his own conscience's burden.
You are just a tool?
You're a tool. I'm the technology. I'm the cleanup man. All the blood's on yours and Nikolaev's hands. I'm clean.
And it is?
It's what?
Clean.
Azerbaijan? Yeah, man. The operation's goddamn immaculate. Except for the files Nikolaev's insists on keeping on his own machine. You need to talk to that.
Sounds like we found the subdermals.
I get nervous when the bad guys start making blood jokes.
That conversation's going straight to the Joint Chiefs, and we're gonna need more.
Nikolaev's computer.
You guessed it. Get inside his office and access that machine. Alarms aren't mission critical anymore. We're moving into Fifth Freedom territory.
We're gonna make a quick save because this section is weird. I've had alarms go off. Oh, that was weird. Alarms go off when I'm not quite sure why. Casually climb up here. Go into here. Wait. I really hope when I come out of this there isn't an alarm, but it would be pretty funny. Nope, cool. Although these guys are coming down. Just gonna go in here. So one guy goes right, one guy goes left. You can hear him coming back across. There we go. Hit this, in, and up. See, I'm not trying to be aggro and murder everybody. It's just... I'm lazy sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's just quicker, you know? Oh, that was... I want to open the elevator, please. There we go. Not entirely sure why the camera didn't see me, but I'm not complaining. Oh, 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 oh.
What is that?
Let's just let him get a little bit closer, and good night forever. Let's go in here. Turn the light off. Let's bring our friend somewhere a little bit more private. Man, those doors close fast. Alright, move him into here. Drop him, say, here. Oh, come on. I don't actually remember which way I'm supposed to go. Or even if it really makes much of a difference, but either way. We will... Oh, I hear a camera. I think this is just a security room. Yeah. They're listening to kind of creepy radio, if we're being honest. Something about heavily armed military personnel. Listening to that kind of music just feels strange. I don't know why. Alright, we'll do it. Oh, no, we got a checkpoint. Good enough. I don't think there's a way to get in here without shooting that guy. If there is, I don't know about it.
Christ almighty.
What do you have?
Bad things. Keep transmitting. We need to see how far this goes.
What's going on?
Corpses, refugee camps. They've had commandos at work in Azerbaijan for weeks. How the hell did we miss this? Keep transmitting.
Alert! All men to full alert! We have an intruder in Nikolai's office! Wake up, you bastards! I want troops in there now! Grinko, sir. I've got 3 men about to breach Nikolai's office.
On the area.
Action music. It's go time. Well, I kind of forgot that there was going to be a guy who turns the lights on. Not gonna lie. Don't know why it broke it that time and not
What do you
last time.
have?
Bad things. Keep transmitting. We need to see how far this goes.
What's going on?
Corpses, refugee camps. They've had commandos at work in Azerbaijan for weeks. How the hell did we miss this? Keep transmitting.
So, let's do the stealthy thing and
We have an
massacre
intruder in
anyone
Nikolai's
who
office.
comes in this
Wake up,
room.
you bastards!
I don't know if they believe in a god, but I'm going to allow them to find out if they're
I've
right.
got 3 men about to breach Nikolai's office.
Search the area.
So that guy runs past. That guy runs past. That's the light switch guy. Okay, well, that's annoying. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick save this time so that if it doesn't go well again, we don't have to do this part again.
I'm under fire!
What? That was something. What I wouldn't give for the machine gun from later.
Somebody's
What
shooting at
in
me,
the
goddammit!
world?
Christ almighty.
What do you have?
Bad things. Keep transmitting. We need to see how far this goes.
What's going on?
Corpses, refugee camps. They've had commandos at work in Azerbaijan for weeks. How the hell did we miss this? Keep transmitting.
Alert! All men to full alert! We have an intruder in Nikolaz's office! Wake up, you bastards! I want troops in there now! Grinko, sir. I've got 3 men about to breach Nikolaz's office.
Calm the area.
Well, that was easier. Kinda can't believe no one else came running. That whole explosion, and the other guys were like, not my problem.
From Nikolaz's computer. This stuff is going straight to the president. We might be headed for military action, and we're going to need airtight proof. That's the end of it. Thank God.
What exactly is going on?
You wouldn't believe the numbers. Nikolaz has been systematically murdering his way through Azerbaijan.
And we didn't know about it.
Nobody did.
What does he want?
You can watch the news later. Rendezvous with Junior Wilkes for extraction.
So we're gonna go this way. And I'm gonna heal up real quick.
Nikolaz's office is clear. We're heading for the rear gangway.
Who's there? Come out!
I want an update. Why hasn't the intruder been caught yet? Do we have men on the rear stairwell? About to breach the stairwell, sir.
Hey! I'm gonna take a souvenir. Oh, it actually won't let you. I thought that would have been funny.
What the hell did you find in there, man? Lambert's flipping out big time.
What's he saying?
That we're going to war.
Oh, no! Lambert doesn't get to decide if we go to war. That's a ridiculous thing for him to say. Alright. Files retrieved from President Nikolaz's computer reveal a campaign of terror against Azerbaijan, covering their invasion using techniques of information warfare. Cells of Georgian commandos have nearly overthrown their oil-rich neighbor. This intelligence has opened the door for NATO intervention in the Caucasus? Okay.
Georgian special forces have taken hold of villages scattered throughout Azerbaijan. Incredibly, Kambayn Nikolaz appears to have been able to move thousands of troops across the border over a course of weeks, completely hidden from both local and international authorities through a high-tech. Number of Azerbaijani casualties are unknown, but early estimates number in the high.
The freedom-loving people of the world cannot stand idly by and allow an act of such staggering inhumanity and scale.
In their third day of fighting, U.S.-led NATO troops took 3 more Azerbaijani villages occupied by Georgian special forces. U.S. troops met only light resistance and suffered minimal casualties. The Georgian commando cells are becoming increasingly hard to locate as military intelligence suffers repeated. Combane Nicoladze has vanished, along with his top military advisors. Speculation points to Nicoladze's fear of a war crimes tribunal as motivation. A 2-minute webcast from locations unknown, Georgian President Combane Nicoladze
He's in
called
a warehouse.
America
I
and
know
its
where he
allies
is. Look,
an
you
army
can see.
of scarecrows, declaring them helpless to defend themselves or their homeland. The precise nature of Nicoladze's threat, experts fear, could make itself known within...
Retrieve Georgian communication data. NATO and U.S. intervention has pushed most of the Georgian commandos from Azerbaijan, with only a few well-hidden cells remaining. One of those cells, entrenched in an oil rig on the Caspian Sea, is exchanging data with the presidential palace in Georgia via a secure network.
Fisher, we've uploaded your mission objective.
But with that, we're going to end the stream for tonight. Thank you for checking out the first part of the very first Trash or Treasure. So far, I'd say Treasure. It's definitely got that American, ooh, rah, aren't we great vibe to it. But it's a lot of fun. It's a good game. Hopefully, I'll be streaming more soon, and we'll continue to see whether or not this game is trash or treasure. Have a good night, everyone, and take care.